Most Canadians I meet think retirement is all about getting to 71, converting their RRSP into a RRIF, and then taking out the minimum the government requires. But if you've built up a retirement portfolio of $1 million or more, that simple approach can backfire badly. Here's why. Once those mandatory withdrawals start, you could be forced to take out $80,000, $100,000, or even $130,000 a year of taxable income, whether you actually need that money or not. And when that happens, a chain reaction begins. You could be bumped into a higher tax bracket. You could lose some or even all of your old age security because of the OAS clawback. And you may find yourself paying tens of thousands more in taxes over your lifetime than necessary, all because the withdrawal plan was never optimized. If you spent decades saving and investing, the last thing you want is for the tax rules, not your goals, to dictate how and when you use your money. That's why today we're going to look at some smart strategies to manage your RRIF withdrawals if you have over $1 million saved. These are strategies that can help you reduce your lifetime tax bill, protect your OAS, and make sure you get the retirement lifestyle you work so hard for. Hi, I'm Alex Kellerman, certified financial planner with IG Wealth Management. I help Canadians approaching retirement turn their savings into a reliable income stream while minimizing taxes and avoiding the costly mistakes that come from just following the default plan. If you'd like to see how these strategies could apply to your situation, book a call with me using the link in the description below. Part 1. What most people get wrong. A lot of Canadians see RRSPs and RRIFs as a simple save now, defer later plan. They believe the best way to reduce taxes is to leave their RRSP alone until the last possible moment. The default approach looks like this. Don't touch your RRSP until you're 71. Convert to a RRIF at that point. Take out only the minimum amount the government tells you to. It feels safe because you're deferring taxes for as long as possible. But here's the problem. Deferral without a plan isn't strategy. It's just postponing a bigger issue. So once you convert to a RRIF, the withdrawals aren't optional. At 72, you're forced to take out around 5.4% of the account's value. By your mid-80s, that rate jumps to 8 to 10%. For someone with $1 million or more, these withdrawals add up quickly. $1 million at 5.4%, that's $54,000 at 72. $1.5 million at 5.4%, that's $81,000. By your 80s, you could easily be forced to withdraw over $100,000. This pushes your taxable income up whether you need the money or not. And for many high net worth retirees, that creates more tax problems than it solves. Part 2, real numbers, real risks. Let's look at a realistic example to see what can happen. Imagine you retire at 65 with $1.2 million in your RRSP, $300,000 in your TFSA, and $200,000 in a non-registered account. You decide not to touch your RRSP until you're forced to. If that RRSP grows at a conservative 5% per year, by age 71, you will have grown to roughly 1.6 million. At age 72, your mandatory withdrawal is 5.4%. So 1.6 million at 5.4%, that's 86,400 in taxable income just from your RRIF. Now add in CPP, let's say another 14,000 per year, and OAS another 8,000 a year, and you're looking at around 108,000 of taxable income even before you consider income from non-registered investments. The OAS clawback starts at about 90,000 of net income. At that point, 15 cents of every dollar over that threshold is clawed back. So by your mid-70s, as RRIF withdrawals grow, your income could easily reach 120 to 140,000 a year. That can push you into a combined tax rate of 40,000 or more in many provinces. And the tax impact doesn't just stop with you. If you pass away with a large RRIF, most or all of that money could be taxed as income in 1 year on your final tax returning, meaning 40 to 50% of it could go to the CRA. Part 3, the strategy that works. So what do high net worth Canadians do differently? It comes down to being proactive instead of reactive. 1, draw down before 71. In your 60s, before RRIF withdrawals are mandatory, you can withdraw from your RRSP gradually. For example, instead of leaving the full 1.2 million untouched, take out 30 to 50,000 per year. Pay the tax now while you're in a lower bracket, often 20 to 30% instead of 40%. Reduce the size of your RRSP so future withdrawals will be smaller. This creates a smoother, more tax efficient income pattern over time. Think of it like getting air out of a balloon slowly rather than waiting for it to pop. 2, use those withdrawals strategically. If you don't need all of the withdrawn money you live on, you can top up your TFSA every year and move excess into a non-registered portfolio with a tax-efficient structure. This shifts money from a taxable environment, your RRIF, into a tax-free or more flexible one. 3, timing CPP and OAS. When you're doing early withdrawals, you may consider delaying CPP and OAS to 65 or even 70. This gives you a window of lower income in your 60s where you can draw down your RSP at lower tax rates. And later, you'll enjoy larger guaranteed CPP and OAS payments. 4, income splitting for couples. If you're married or in a common law relationship, you can split RRIF income once you're 65. This means you can share that income for tax purposes, keeping both partners in lower tax brackets. 5, charitable giving through RRIFs. If you plan to leave money to charity, you can designate a charity as a direct beneficiary of some or all of your RRIF. This can create a tax credit that offsets the final tax bill, sometimes eliminating the tax on that portion of your RRIF. Part 4, mistakes to avoid. 1, deferring without a plan. Waiting until 71 without a plan can lead to forced, oversized withdrawals and higher taxes. 2, ignoring the OAS clawback. Not planning around the 90,000 OAS threshold can mean losing benefits unnecessarily. 3, not coordinating accounts. Your RRIF, TFSA, and non-registered accounts need to be used together in a coordinated way. 4, not planning for the survivor. If one spouse dies, the survivor often has all the income on a single return, pushing them into a higher tax bracket. In part 5, what you should do next. If you're approaching retirement with over 1 million saved, this isn't the time for guesswork. The timing and size of your withdrawals can make a 6-figure difference over the course of your retirement. Here's what you should do next. Get a personalized withdrawal plan. Look at your income sources, RSP, TFSA, CPP, OAS, non-registered, and how they interact. And then model out your taxes year by year so there are no surprises. A structured approach can help you keep more of your income, avoid clawbacks, and enjoy your retirement without unnecessary stress. The truth is, CRA isn't going to do this planning for you. Without a plan, the default rules take over, and that's where people lose money. If you want to see how these strategies can work for your exact situation, click the link in the description to book a free, no obligation consultation with me. We'll look at your numbers, your goals, and create a retirement income strategy that's designed for you, not just for the tax rules. If this video was helpful, give it a like and share it with someone who's approaching retirement. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.